Go fruit yourself.
So I went for a very easy ride. I rarely do 2 hours. It was just a very easy ride. If you want to follow me on Strava, I upload my exercise most days. So go to strava.com and I'm the banana girl. We made it at the top. Mount Lofty. Hey Nicole. There's Nicole's really cool bike. Ladies, get yourself a bike. There's Durian Rider in the man cave.
Little spider.
Got a little spider, have you?
Take him over next door. Bulldoze in the house soon.
This place is being bulldozed soon. Okay, fruit bats, we are on to breakfast. These are going to get into my cells any moment. Whole bunch of dates there. We've got vanilla drops, we've got coconut sugar, and basically the same smoothie that I have most mornings. And you know what, I would be having so much variety if it was summer here, but it is winter and we are very starved for variety. So this is gonna have to do, and it tastes amazing, you know, and I get a lot of hydration out of it. And yeah, this blender looks a bit manky. That's because Durian Rider just had his smoothie and there's no point in rinsing it out when I can get a bit of extra flavor. Okay, so everybody's in the pool. Time to blend up, and I've got a whole bunch of water in there. As you can see, I've got about 1.7 liters, and hydration is just so important to how you feel, so important to like your skin, to, you know, the functioning of your body, your digestive system, everything like that. So get the water in any way you can, and I make sure I have like 2 smoothies with about 1.7 liters per day, so that's like 3.4 liters. Does that sound so? Yeah, so that's a bunch of water, and then I have more water on top of that. So I really like to keep nice and plump and hydrated. Plump not in the fatty sense, but plump in the water enriched sense. So let's blend this up. Oops, gotta put the blender on high, babies. This is how we do it. This is how we do it in the Banana Girl's house. And this is really tasty, very frothy. And as you can see, it's pretty frothy because, look at that. Oh my goodness. These dates are a little bit more juicy than usual, a little bit more high water content, so they froth up extra good. And let's have a taste. Very nice, very, very nice. My pupils, my little fruit bats, try it. Hey fruit bats, it's Freely Banana Girl here. Welcome to another week of videos. Welcome back from the weekend. I hope you had a good one. I had a very fruitful weekend, and I've got my Malin pants on. These new Malin pants, which are pretty cool. Got some synthetic Uggs on, no cruelty here. And I was thinking, next video could be white girl twerks. Skinny white girl in Malin pants twerks. What do you think? Thumbs up if you want white girl twerks. I've been practicing. I think it's getting better. I have no idea, to be honest, but it'll be a fun video. And if you want to check out these pants, go to the description below. There's a link. And I'm not being sponsored, say that. I'm not being paid. I just think they're very cool pants. And I've also got my Malin gloves on, so we're all ready to start a fruitful day. And I got these amazing gifts. Can you believe I got these fruitful prints sent to me right at my door? How cool are these? Very, very cool. I expressed interest at a woman's Instagram page who was doing these photos, and apparently I've inspired her on her journey, and she felt, you know, just like she wanted to send these to me, so I'm very, very grateful for those. I've got a few more. Whoops. Be Happy Mama on Instagram. I'm going to put a link to her channel and her Instagram. Go check her out, subscribe, got some fruitful inspiration. Look at these. These are so, so cool. And I've got another one. Look. I mean, as you can see, our walls are butt naked, so we definitely need some art up there. But we're moving soon. This whole place is going to be demolished. We found a new place, and the irony is that place is also going to be demolished in 4 months, so we're going to be moving a bit, but that's cool because
you know, we're minimalists. We don't have much stuff to carry around, so we can move all the time. And today's topic, so I went for my bike ride, had my smoothie, and today's topic is on orthorexia. And some of you might be like, what the heck is orthorexia? It's not like a commonly used term, you know, it's gaining popularity, it is. But orthorexia is basically the fixation on purity. You know, everything that you put in your mouth, everything that you do has to be pure. Okay, and this can be a real problem, and I've seen it in the raw vegan movement become a problem. I've seen it with myself even as a raw vegan early on, having this feeling like, you know, cooked food is poison. And I can't have any cooked food because it's poison, it's going to poison me. And if that was true, then I would be poisoned now because I'm eating cooked food, my blood tests are great. So obviously that is a load of crap. But it can get out of control and it can become unhealthy. So this pursuit of purity, I understand it because, you know, you're coming from unhealthy. You're coming from such an unhealthy lifestyle, from being, you know, not looking after yourself and eating junk food, and you want to put the best possible food in your belly. And that is totally understandable, but it can get obsessive. And for me, especially coming from past of anorexia, I definitely, you know, have this tendency to go a bit extreme with things. And some of you might be like, yeah, veganism is extreme. No, it's not extreme. If you're getting healthier, if your blood tests are great like mine are, if you're feeling better and looking better, if you just want to, you know, if you want to look after the animals and people's health and the planet, that's not orthorexia. Okay, let's get that straight. That's actually just having high standards for your health and well-being and being concerned about the planet. Orthorexia is that purity, that pursuit of purity where it becomes unhealthy for you. Okay, like breatharianism. So breatharianism is when you stop eating altogether. You stop eating because you want to be pure, you want to live off prana, you want to, you know, you don't think you need food, which is ridiculous because you need nutrition. Humans are just designed to eat. Every animal needs to intake fuel to survive and thrive. So that is an example. And I remember during my raw vegan days where I was so scared of having even like a dehydrated tomato. So I generally wouldn't have dehydrated tomatoes because they might have had a bit of salt on them, or they were, you know, dehydrated to a temperature, a few degrees over raw, so they were cooked. And I was like, no, I can't have them, they're being cooked. And it just gets antisocial, becomes not sustainable and just not healthy. I'm healthier now, I feel fantastic. You know, it's what's sustainable at the end of the day. We live in this concrete jungle, so we have to be realistic. And I have friends in the past who have taken it so far that they've lost a ton of weight. I've got one good friend, amazing guy, super, super nice guy, who actually got so obsessed that it turned into anorexia. So it went from orthorexia to anorexia. You know, he wouldn't blend his food, everything had to be organic. You know, if something was slightly heated, then there's no way he'd fast instead of eating. And I became like that too. I would fast rather than eat. And that's not healthy. You become undercarbed and malnourished, and basically teaching your metabolism to be a fat storer. So put it into perspective, you know, aim for healthy, aim for 100% healthy, not this purity which can actually damage your health long term. And another story I remember during Ryder, I was having dates one time and he went off at me because they were Californian dates that were maybe heated and they weren't local. So that's taking it too far. And you know, we were starting to think, in our heads we're starting to think, oh, cooked food is poison, because there's these books that say cooked food is poison. You start to get into that whole headspace and you're like, I just want to take this as far as possible. I want to be as happy as possible and healthy as possible. And it works in the opposite way. Whoops. So I hope that makes sense. The pursuit of purity can be damaging. All right, so I'm going to get on with my day and I will see you soon for the next meal.
Okay, so for lunch we have this little creative number. I got a bit of coconut milk there, low-fat coconut milk, and I've got some mixed spice, like warming spices like cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, and I've got dates and I've got apples. So it's like the apple pie in a glass, but it's a little bit of a twist with some coconut milk. And at this stage, like I haven't tried it before, so I'm a bit like, I don't know, and there's vanilla drops as well. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, so this is what we ended up with, some funny little bubbles, and let me try it. That's nice, that's nice. I don't know if it needs a coconut milk though. I think it's a bit confusing for the spices to have coconut in there, so maybe just leave the coconut milk out, but that still is really nice. If you want a bit of extra creaminess, add the coconut milk. Otherwise, just stick with the original apple pie in a glass recipe. Okay, fruit bats, we are at dinner and we've got some, well, maybe I'll call you root bats because we're talking root, root veggies here. Well, potato anyway. So we got potato and that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. I'm gonna have these 2 trays. I've got a little bit more still in the steamer and let's put them in the oven. And see how it's a little bit like the wax paper, whatever they call it, it's been used already. I used it once. I like to use it a few times. It's good not to waste, use it as much as you can. Okay, so now, and I've got them on 210, 20, 30, yeah, 210, and that'll probably take about 20 minutes, half an hour. Let's come back. Okay, root bats. So I've got some chippies here ready. We've got a little bit of caramelization, got a little bit of bronzing, and we've got more in here. So it kind of comes in stages. I wish I had a better oven where I could just do it all at once and it was all even temperature, but this is not fan forced or anything, so it's kind of lame. So we're gonna do it in sections. But these are good, these are really crispy. Let's try one. They're tasty just by themselves.
Okay, fruit bats, so don't forget to go fruit or root yourself, and I will see you tomorrow.